Hi everybody, it's Meg from Books Off the Beaten Path, and it is time for another early morning book review. Yay! And today we will be reviewing Strangers at Colin's House, which is my last and final Dark Shadows paper book that I own. It's not the last and final Dark Shadows paperback. This is paper book too, but they're normally referred to as a paperback. Sorry about that. But I'm finding these. I don't want to go out and just get on ABE books and just buy them. I want to find them. It's part of the hunt and everything like that. So this one, and I'm reading them out of order. This one is, well, it doesn't say which one it is in the order, but it was copyright in 1967. And we all know that these are from the Dark Shadows soap opera that was around about that time. This is Barnabas Collins, he's the vampire, and this is Victoria Winters. Now, still in this edition, I almost said episode, in this edition we still don't have Barnabas. Barnabas still has not made an appearance yet. We're still just dealing with Victoria Winters and the many and sundry weird people at Colin's house. So in this story, Victoria, there will be spoilers, and there always are. In this story, Victoria is pining. She's waiting for Ernest to come back, the violinist that she's in love with, and she still wants to find out her identity because she was in this orphanage, and for years from Collinsport, somebody was sending her money. And then the Winters family, not the Winters family, the Collins family, get my families mixed up, the Collins family, Elizabeth Collins, contacted the orphanage and asked specifically for her to come and tutor her son, David. Now, David's not in this one either because he's off at summer camp. He's not in a lot of them. I remember from the series that he was a little bit of a weird kid. I mean, I didn't watch the series because I wasn't even born yet, but I've seen reruns and everything like that. You would think that someplace like Hulu or Netflix or something like that would pick up the series, but they don't. So whatever. Anyway, sidebar. She is convinced that she is related to this family in some way, and she wants that. She wants to be related to this family in some way. So she's pining away for Ernest, and Uncle Henry, who is this eccentric uncle, Uncle Henry Collins, comes, and there's a secret room in the house that they keep specifically for Uncle Henry. And Uncle Henry, and you go through this closet, and then you go and there's a door behind, like there's clothes in the closet, and then there's another door, and then you go through that and you go into a secret room, and this is Uncle Henry's room. And the room has been made up to look like, I believe it's the Ritz-Carlton around the turn of the century, the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. Or some hotel that was, destroyed, and so he had all the fixtures and everything bought for his room. And so he made this room in an exact replica of the room that he stayed in New York around 1916. He had an affair with a showgirl, and she went missing. And so there's a lot of speculation there about what happened to her and everything like that. He was married. He's got a manservant who's been with him for practically his whole life, who very much disapproved of the relationship with the showgirl. So suspicion falls on him. Did he kill the showgirl? What happened? And then we have this weird guy that shows up, and he's a psychometric, I think. I should look that up, but I haven't marked anything. But anyway, so the psychometric comes up, and his deal is that he can sense things in the house, and that he can touch objects and sense them and everything like that. And at one point in the story, Victoria very aptly, I think very intelligently, says, well, go in the room and put your hand on something in the room and see what happened to, I believe her name was Olive. See what happened to Olive in 1916. He was like, oh no, it didn't work that way. It didn't work that way. Like, whatever. So she is dealing with that. In the meantime, she keeps seeing the ghost of Olive. The ghost of Olive is stalking her. And she wears a wide-brimmed hat. She has a veil over her face. There's hidden emeralds in the house. There's all sorts of intrigue in this one. But I would have to say it was reaching. It was really reaching. It was trying to use a lot of Gothic tropes that I love. I love the ghosts. I love the hidden room. I love the hidden jewels. I love all of that, but it just didn't make logical sense. Some of the others have made kind of logical sense. I mean, when you're reading a Dark Shadows book, you're not really looking for logical sense. I mean, it's not like you're reading, you know, an anthropology book or anything like that. Let's get the curl out of my face. But this one was really reaching. This one was like, well, why didn't they just ABC? Or why didn't they just CDE? And it really took me a lot to like this book. I liked it on the one hand because I love Dark Shadows and I love what they're trying to do. I didn't like it on the other hand because it was so illogical. There were so many times that Victoria, even the author of the book, Marilyn Ross, who, if that was a real person, I don't know if they all were ghostwritten or anything. I haven't researched that yet. Marilyn Ross is shown as the author, but I don't know if she actually is, or if that's just a pen name for someone else, chides herself for, like, she does something stupid, and then she goes and chides herself for doing something stupid and says, well, why didn't I just do such and such? And I'm sitting there reading it and going, why didn't you do just such and such? Because you're not stupid. The other books show us that you're not stupid. But in this one, for the story to work, they really had to dumb Victoria down, and I didn't appreciate it a bit. Not a bit. So I'm only going to give it a 2-star. Would I read it again? Probably not. I would read some of my other Dark Shadows again. I'm only going to give it a 2 stars. Am I happy that I own it? I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that I own it. I will never let it go. I love it too much. And that's about all I have to say about Strangers at Colin's House. So I'm not really recommending it. Because again, Victoria's not stupid, but they made her kind of stupid in this book to make it all work. And then she would go back and be like, gee, I acted stupid there. I'm like, bingo, you sure did. All right, so I'm reading another Gothic right now called The Long Journey Home. And that one's really good. Only problem with it is, which I think is an interesting problem, the book is so old. I'll have to look at the copyright date, and I'm going to demonstrate with this book. When you turn the page, you tear it a little bit because it's so old. But I'll have that finished in another day or so, and I will put that review up. And thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm so excited to be there with you. Oh, and I got another Goodreads friend. So if you want to be my friend on Goodreads, it's Meg Perdue, and Perdue is spelled Perdue. Now I have 2 friends on Goodreads, which I'm so excited about. 2 new friends on Goodreads. I have 4 friends total, but 2 friends I had when I first got on Goodreads, so I haven't seen them in years, so that doesn't really count. But I have 2 new friends, and I'm so excited. Anyway, that's just about all I have to say. If you want to check me out on Instagram, I'm at Meg_Perdue, PERDUE_68, or maybe it's not _68. Try it with the underscore and then try it without. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic Tuesday, and I will check you later.